Hey everyone, it's Krystallee here. So, how can you regain your sense of joy in the role that you're in? And this could be people who are in a role for work, perhaps your family life, a partnership, a relationship, and your role plays a significant factor in your life. It's what you do, it's how you operate, it's what you know, it's who you are, and it defines you in a certain sense. So when you're feeling lost and feeling stressed and you've lost that joy and you don't feel like your role has a purpose, perhaps it's bringing you down, dragging you down, you feel like you're just miserable and depressed from it, it's clearly taking a toll on you, whatever is stressing you out from that role and the criteria behind it. So when you realize that you're losing your sense of joy, you don't have to live a joyless life. And for some people, they just tend to just accept the fact that they'll never experience joy again and then live this way of life. But really, they don't realize that you can reconnect with joy, that it is possible. And I'm speaking from firsthand experience because I remember walking into my naturopath's office and just being like, you know what? I don't have joy in my life right now. I don't experience joy. And you know it. You know when you do. Because it's a very exciting, stimulating feeling within your mind and body that you gain when you experience joy. So I certainly know the difference. And I'm sure you would too if you're experiencing joy or not. And so it's kind of like that pursuit of happiness. It's the same idea. Constantly pursuing joy. So what's holding you back from not being able to regain it or reintegrate it as part of your life? Joy comes from a deep connection within. It's you really expressing yourself authentically and wholeheartedly. That's the way to experience joy. If you don't experience joy that way, then maybe it wasn't joy. And so it's a very deep feeling. It's a very personal and a deep sensational feeling that you'll get when you feel joy. And so when you don't feel joy, it can bring bouts of negative thoughts, depression, anxiety, just really challenging thoughts and feelings to deal with. So when you're in a role that perhaps has lost its meaning for you right now, it's about getting some help to overcome this. It doesn't mean you need to quit what you're doing, and maybe you're not really in a place where you can quit your role. Maybe it's just exhausting you and burning you out at this time, but you can reconnect with it. But you have to start at reconnecting with yourself. And what does that mean? That means really tuning in to what you're experiencing and bringing a level of awareness to your own self by evaluating what you're experiencing, your thoughts, your feelings, your physical sensations within your mind and body, and pursuing some help with that. And your brain health matters. It's the be-all, end-all of our existence. And because we can't see it, we tend not to give it its platform or pedestal that it deserves. But our brain health is incredibly critical for our overall way of how we live and move through life. And this means through our actions, our decisions, our emotions, our attitude, and it pretty much is our pinnacle of how we operate. So really taking care of your brain is how you can reconnect with joy. And that means working on some past trauma that you've experienced and really coming to some healing terms with that and making some amends with that on a mutual level for yourself, where you can accept things or be more forgiving of things and allow yourself to move on from that pain and carry on in a different way and not bring it along with you. It's also about dealing with some current stress that you're experiencing and really finding a different way of dealing with the stress, because with that compounding stress, it's creating compounding problems, which then will create, as you can see here, quite a lot of issues both on a mental and a physical level. So your brain health matters so much when it comes to joy, because it's clearly something that happens in your mind. It's an emotion that we experience, and that's through things that we enjoy to do, things that bring us pleasure. So when you're not in that joyful state, then these things aren't bringing you those pleasures that we're looking for. So it's really troubling to feel that way on a constant level, which makes it chronically stressful for you to deal with all these compounding issues. So finding some help through therapy, through redesigning your hardwired mind and rewiring it to be a different way. It's like a computer. When it's not working properly, you have to defrag it and then put it all back together again. And your mind is exactly like that. So when you're experiencing joyless moments in life, then you have to heal some of the past. You have to heal some of the stress that you're experiencing and really come to a different level of experiencing these things, as well as allowing them to affect you as you move forward. So finding someone to really work through those deeper inner thoughts is entirely critical in your overall well-being, and that'll improve your brain state, your mental state, and as well will bring on these pleasurable feelings that you're looking for this joyful emotion. And it'll allow you to reintroduce joy back into your life, but it does require some serious, deep work within your mental state in order to bring it back. And it's not a flick of a switch sometimes. It does require your commitment and dedication to want to do this for yourself if and when you're entirely ready to feel joy again in your life. And then that'll bring joy back into the role. And maybe at that time you redefine your role, you redesign it, you recreate it, and you make it work for you this time. And you make it exciting and you ignite it differently. And you're just all around a whole different person when you're able to do some healing work. And then you'll feel that your role has purpose, has meaning, and perhaps that'll make you find joy in your role again by finding some joy within yourself, by developing a better relationship with yourself, with things that happened to you in the past, and really heal some of that brain health that we're talking about that helps you feel supported in life, helps you process, make decisions, and do all these wonderful, great things that we do as human beings. But you really do have to take care of it. And it requires maintenance, it requires priming it requires always checking in, just like a car, always tuning it up. And you can definitely gain all the best outcomes if you do that. So I hope you're able to get some value out of that today. I'll see you soon.